Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Law Murray on your TL, and I'm going to tell you now. This is the 2023 NBA Epitome Game Series, where I pick out one game from each team from the last regular season. I'm putting the spotlight on the biggest weakness of the 14 teams that missed the playoffs, and the biggest strength of the 16 playoff teams from the regular season. This installment features the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers had the NBA's most valuable player in Joel Embiid, had a top three offense for the first time in the play-by-play era that started in 1996, and they completed their first postseason series sweep since 1991 in the quarterfinals against the Brooklyn Nets. The last time the 76ers swept a best-of-7 series was in 1985. The epitome game for the 76ers came at San Antonio in early February. It was a game that showed just how dominant and efficient Embiid and his teammates could be on the offensive side of the floor. This Spurs team actually beat the 76ers in Philadelphia in the first week of the season, and the Sixers took 2 minutes to score their first points in San Antonio. But of course, it would be James Harden drawing a foul on fast break to get the scoring started. And then in the second quarter, off of another Spurs turnover, this is Shake Milton pushing in transition, Tyrese Maxey, and this is the first and one of the game. Challenges Keita Bates Diop, finds the other side of the basket, lays it in and one. The second half is when Joel Embiid really started to assert his dominance. Here's a slot cut as Tobias Harris draws a double team. Embiid finishes through Jakob Poeltl and one. Embiid had 30 points by the end of the third quarter. And of course, the 76ers would lose 13 points of a 23-point lead in the fourth quarter. So Embiid has to come back in. He gets this roll, draws a Dominic Barlow foul, and puts the San Antonio Spurs in the penalty. He would split these free throws, but then draw a loose ball foul on the very next Spurs possession, hit 2 free throws, and that was it. The 76ers gave up 80 points in the paint in this game, but they also led the entire second half, and they were helped by making 32 of a season high 41 free throw attempts. Free throw merchants are valuable pieces to an offense, and no team had a higher free throw attempt rate than the 76ers last season. The real drama for the 76ers didn't begin until the semifinals against the Boston Celtics, and it's been a lot to take in since. Embiid was injured to begin the series. Harden had to get a gospel song from Doc Rivers in the middle of the series, and the 76ers forgot how to score or stop Jason Tatum once the fourth quarter of Game 6 started. 2 days after the 76ers lost Game 7, Rivers was fired, eventually replacing him with former Raptors champion Nick Nurse. Now, the 76ers have to deal with a disgruntled Harden after he wasn't immediately traded, while the only meaningful addition to the roster was Patrick Beverley. Not the kind of process Embiid envisioned after getting that MVP trophy. Stay tuned for the next installment of the 2023 NBA Epitome Game Series featuring the Los Angeles Lakers.